Welcome back to Copper Star Precision, the channel dedicated to getting you more points at your competitive shooting matches. This is the overview and strategy videos for the NRL22 February 2025 Course of Fire. This is stage 3, pretty straightforward stage. It's a tank trap prop. We have a little bit of choice in this stage. Choice seems to be the theme of this month's Course of Fire. We are having to go to the center first, then each of the tips, and then back to the center. So you kind of want to think about how the tank trap, what orientation is it in to make smooth transition, because this is technically the tiebreaker stage. So you do get bonus points, but remember, bonus points on time typically will never make up for a missed shot. So stage description says, on the start signal, engage the targets with one shot each, large then small, from the following positions in order. Again, center, each of the tips, and then back to the center. We have a bank of targets at 94 yards, relatively generously sized. And yeah, that's all there is to it. So we're going to dial, set parallax for that one bank of targets, and only a 10-round stage this time, unlike the first two. So as far as strategy goes, it's the tank trap. It's a pretty common prop. Some things I do like to do, depending on the orientation of the tank trap, sometimes this middle position, right now it's set up pretty nice for a right-handed shooter, but sometimes it gets real awkward inside there. So sometimes I bring a second wedge-shaped bag or borrow one from a squad mate. And basically, on the start of the stage, we know we're going to the center first. So I'm going to fill in that gap. And then I bring, so I have two bags in my hand at the start, something like this. And we've got the rifle. Let's collapse the bipod. Right, timer goes beep. I'm going to put one down, get that settled, and then I have kind of my main bag that I'm going to use for the stage. That just gets me up a little higher, and it prevents getting so low that different legs of the tank trap are gonna mess with you, manipulating the bolt. And then I'm here, sometimes I even bring a pump pillow, but nice and low. Support hand on the hand guard, or sometimes on top of the scope like this. Find the target, good squeeze, large first, follow through on that shot, making sure I saw where my impact was or where I missed, so I can make a correction for the smaller target on top. Bolt back to move. I'm gonna grab the rifle. Now, where do I go? I'm probably gonna go to the hardest one, right? So here, in this case, I might even just step over, get on top of there, get into a real awkward position, get this out of the way. I'm actually sitting on this back leg of the tank trap for even more support, pushing into the rifle, take my two shots there, and then fall over, right? Get DQ'd from the match. Back here, rifle down, square yourself up to the target, large then small. And the reason I wanted to come here last is because once I'm done with this position here, just like the others, squared up to the target, it's just simply sliding right back into the middle. That's a fast transition. Find that last target, large then small. So it's all going to depend on how the tank trap is oriented, but hopefully that gives you some tips and tricks. Maybe I should have gone around, taken a little bit more time so I'm not tripping over the tank trap, but that is why we practice these things. That extra bag in the middle just helps fill up a bunch of that space. Gets me a little higher. Nice kneeling position here. I can even put my forearm, brace my forearm against this leg of the tank trap, hold the rifle like this, braced in the back here, super stable. Take your time on these first two shots, make sure your wind call is good, make sure your dope is good, and then transition as quickly as you can to the other positions as long as you're stable. Again, I was trying to end up here because it's the fastest transition is kind of from the open tip that's back to the center. Hope those tips and tricks help. If they do, let me know down in the comments while you're down there. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel with notifications enabled. We've got 2 more stages to cover. Those are coming up real soon. Until I see you next time, as always, score more points.